Good afternoon, everyone. Come on, y'all can do better than that. We're here. This is what democracy looks like. A couple of weeks ago, I was in our capital, D.C., with several people from all over our nation. And there was a woman who was a veteran who shared a story of her child who is only 5 years old. And due to her child's condition, she has to get a special formula for her child to eat, not regular food. She said that the formula costs $1,500 a month, whereas Medicaid covers half of that, and she has to come up with the other half. And she said, based on this big, ugly bill that might be passed, that her child, who's only 5 years old, may die. Is this what America looks like? My name is CarlJefferson. I am a pastor and a part of the community of faith here in Rhode Island, as well as part of the Poor People's Campaign, a national call for moral revival. I'm here because all faiths are here. It doesn't matter what faith you belong to, but we stand unified and say that this is a moral issue, that we all are created under Imago Dei of the Creator, who I call God, and whatever name that you may call your Creator. Somebody says it like this: somebody's hurting my brother. Say this with me. Somebody's hurting my brother. Somebody's hurting my sister.
Somebody's hurting my sister.
And it's gone on far too long.
Far too long.
And we in Rhode Island will not be silent anymore. Somebody's hurting my brother, and we won't be silent. We won't be silent anymore. Put your hands together like this. Come on. Somebody's hurting my brother, and we won't be silent anymore. Come on, say, somebody's hurting my brother, and we won't be silent. Oh, y'all sound good. 57 years ago, the great late prophet by the name of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, somewhere he read that the freedom of assembly you could do. Somewhere he read the freedom of speech. Somewhere he read the freedom of press. Somewhere he read the greatness of America is the right to protest. As I came here this morning, I heard the news covering what potentially could happen, and they were speaking more of the possibility of violence, but I don't see no violence here today. King used this quote to emphasize the belief, the core principle of American democracy, particularly the right to protest and the First Amendment right of the freedom of speech and assembly of the press. The prophet Reverend Dr. King emphasized and challenged America to live up to its ideals and to treat all citizens with respect and the right for everyone to have their rights. So here we stand 57 years later. We are here today to say to D.C. and to remind the branches of government that this is America, if you have forgotten. We are black, we are white, we are Asians, we are brown, we are young, we are old, we are native, we are straight, we are gay, we are trans. This is what America and democracy looks like. We all come from somewhere, whether voluntarily or involuntarily. All of us have come to this great country by boat, by train, by plane. We are here and we ain't going nowhere. And so I've been taught by my bishop, William Barber, co-founder of the Poor People's Campaign. He has stated this. He said the only way that somebody can be a king is you must bow. And we're here in Rhode Island to say we ain't bowing, we're standing. So let me help you understand that the United States imprisons and detains and deports more people than any other country in the world. Do you know that today, before the clock strikes 12 a.m., there will be 800 people in our nation that will die due to the fourth leading cause of death, which is poverty. 140 million people in the United States are poor and living under a livable wage. Trying to have to live, listen to this, Rhode Island, because it concerns us. For us just to pay rent, most of us have to work 2 or 3 jobs just to keep a roof over our head. Something's wrong with that, Rhode Island. Of the 140 million people, let me help you to understand that it's not a color thing, but 60% black people are in poverty, 64% of Latinos, 40% of Asians, 58% of natives, and 33.5% of our Caucasian brothers and sisters. This affects all of us, not just a few of us. While 53 cents of every federal discretionary dollar is spent on the military, only 15 cents goes to anti-poverty programs. Let me say that again, just if you didn't hear. This is a stat that may be a little higher right now, but 53% of our federal discretionary dollars goes to fund the military. But a veteran can't feed their child because of lack of Medicare. 28%, 2.7 million of our children live in the U.S. who are living in poverty. 13.8 million U.S. households cannot afford water, the bare necessity to live, water, and the poor are bearing the brunt of climate change effects based on what is put in our air due to all of the chemicals of what others are prospering off of. There isn't a scarcity of abundance. It's a scarcity of love. It's a scarcity of compassion. It's a scarcity of caring for one another. It's a scarcity of seeing our brothers and sisters and respecting who they are wherever they've come from. So as I close, Dr. Martin Luther King said, "For there is nothing so tragic than to turn back now. Therefore, we have no other option but to remind those in power of what the Constitution says in our country." Do you know that although Congress is planning deep cuts to social safety net programs, that it would affect 13.7 million, including 4 million children would be affected by the loss of the SNAP program that is under the current House reconciliation bill. 4.5 million number of children will lose the tax credit under the House Reconciliation Bill. If we decide to lift from the bottom up, we all will make it. No more of this trickle-down economics is trickling nowhere. So today, we're not going to bow, but we will stand for health care. We will stand for living wages. We will stand for housing. We will stand for immigration rights. We will stand for labor rights. We will stand for a moral budget that is a document. We will stand. And we will do what the Constitution says, to establish justice, to promote the general welfare, to provide for the common defense, to ensure domestic tranquility. So these issues that we are facing today, it ain't a Republican thing. It ain't a Democrat thing. It ain't a left or right thing, but it's a humanity thing. It's a justice thing. So we will not accept a cane. We will not bow, but we will stand in the face of injustice. We will stand till we see folks making a living wage. We will stand until we see health care for all. We will stand for human rights. We will stand. Say it with me. We will stand. Say it again. Say it louder. Say it from Rhode Island to Washington to Congress to the State House to the White House. We will stand. We will not bow. The only way that we bow is if we bow before God. But I want to close with this, since I am a preacher. He's calling us to stand on love, to stand in hope, to stand in faith, to stand with your back straight, to stand in solidarity. We must stand. And if you gotta crawl, if you gotta scream, if you gotta holler, if you gotta call Congress, if you gotta write letters, if you gotta go to the State House or to the White House, wherever you go, stand. Till liberty, justice, and freedom is realized by all. And know that you are not alone. For God says he gives justice to the oppressed. He feeds the hungry. He frees the prisoners. He opens up the eyes of the blind. He lifts up those who are weighted down. He loves those who are for righteousness. God will protect the foreigners and those who will stand and fight with them. Thank you for having me, and let's stand. We ain't bowing and we ain't going nowhere. Let's stand.